bring it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
Yes! This is the Buckeye Show.
Indeed, it is the Buckeye Show. I am Tito. Other side of the glass, we got Cam. To my right, T-Pain, Tyvis Powell, Ty Pac, or as Tim May would say it, Ty Pack.
I'm on the computer right now. This is a big moment for me. Like, I about shed a tear. This is an emotional moment for me.
You're like a fifth-year senior here, and they finally gave you access to the computer.
I got a log in.
It's a big day for you.
I never give up, kids. You never give up.
By the way, I just want to tell you now, if you consider sitting next to me for half an hour on a Thursday night, like an apex kind of moment for you, like something for kids to strive for, you need people with bigger dreams.
That's what I'll say is, in life, there's going to be things that you don't necessarily want to do,
right?
But you have to do it to get to where you want to go.
Where you want to be. So
and this qualifies.
I'm a step. I'm just a step. I'm a stepping stone. Tyves will climb on my shoulders to reach the heights he wants to reach. He will step on me. I will lay down across the puddle of danger.
I can't believe. Look at this, man. All this access on these computers.
Cam, I hope you're ready to chime in quite a bit tonight because Tyvis is over there playing Tetris or something or Minesweeper. That would age me to say that. So he may have to chime in. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that, Cam. He hasn't stopped smiling since he logged in.
I know he's
like, this is a huge deal. I have never seen him more excited about anything than having a login.
Well, I can talk to people in the chat now.
Are you on the YouTube thing then? You're gonna do that?
Yeah, I talk to people in the chat.
Okay.
I don't know how to. Now that part, I don't know how to do.
But you don't know how to do what?
Like I'm on it right now, but
okay.
like it's not I'm not logged in or signed into like YouTube.
No, you just chat something. Just type something in down in the chat on the right hand side. I can't believe we're doing this. This is all stuff we should. This is the Buckeye Show, by the way, and I'm with the Buckeye who's learning how to use a computer here at work for the first time.
We'll
do it at the break. I'll show you at the break. Yeah. We'll do it at the break. Let's just anyway. Lots to talk about today. We only got 30 minutes to do it, so we're going to talk really fast. Mark Pantoni, who is the general manager, right, of the program for Ohio State. He signed a new multi-year deal that reportedly will make him one of the highest paid general managers in college football.
I wonder what the going rate is.
Michael Lombardi, the one that was hired by North Carolina after the Belichick hiring, he's right now reportedly, this is on 11 Warriors, by the way, reportedly the highest paid GM in college football with $1.5 million annual salary.
Really?
Now, is that higher than you thought it'd be for the highest one or lower than you thought it'd be for the highest one?
It's actually lower than what I thought it would be. As especially with like today, like what coaches is getting now.
Right.
I'm shocked. So, I thought it'd be at least 3.
And with Pantoni, now, he's not – we've seen some more high-profile GMs come along, with Lombardi being one of them, Andrew Luck at Stanford, Ron Rivera at Cal. So, like, a lot of former players and coaches are into that. Pantoni does a lot of great work, obviously, with the recruiting classes. He helped to facilitate and everything, but he's also not as out front as these other guys are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's by design or if that's the way he prefers it maybe, but – you would think he'd get a lot more credit, I think, than he gets. I don't think we've talked about Mark Pantoni much on shows.
I think, first of all, I've been knowing Pantoni. Pantoni's first day on the job was my first day on the yard, so we kind of walked in together. Pantoni's always been that guy he is like a voice of reason. Like, anytime, because he was like Urban's right-hand guy, and like, anytime things was going bad, you could go sit and talk to him, and he was like normal. Like you could have a good conversation with him, and he kind of told you what it was and what it is, and he's still kind of like that to this day, to where he'll just tell you straight up what it is. And he's always been an honest guy.
Yeah.
And if you see him, he's just kind of laid back, and he's a fun-loving guy. He got some jokes for you. So I always love Pantoni. I think he's done a great job with with recruiting and whatnot, doing some work with him through some of the NIL stuff that I used to do. He did a really good job maneuvering that and, showing people how they're going to do certain things. And I just think he does a really good job from recruiting, because he's always been big in recruiting since he's gotten here. I mean, obviously you've seen some of the top recruits that they've landed. It's all because him. He does a great job of building a great staff up under him, and they know how to get these kids to commit to Ohio State.
It's this is his 14th season at Ohio State, and they said that in every year he's been there, except 2019, the Buckeyes have had composite top 10 recruiting classes.
Yeah,
but I don't think he gets enough credit, I guess is what I'm saying.
He doesn't. His name doesn't get mentioned a lot. You hear a lot about the Ryan Days, the coaching staffs over there, the strength staff, but not a lot of people talk about what Pantoni does. And Pantoni is kind of like the brains behind of all of it. So it's nice that he's being compensated for it, because it's well deserved.
Right.
And hopefully he can continue to bring a lot of success here, which I know he will, because he's just locked into this thing. He's got a good grasp for it, a good feel for these players, and he just kind of can identify the right talent.
And I looked at the picture from the article on 11 Warriors on the story there, and I'd never seen Mark Pantoni before.
Really?
I don't remember seeing him. Maybe I've seen him and didn't realize it was him, but yeah, I see the picture like, oh, that's what he looks like. It doesn't register with me, but I give a lot of credit to athletic directors and coaches for how much they've adapted with the change in college athletics. Mm-hmm. And the GM in the 14 years, it is so much different now than when he first came on board. Yeah. And his responsibilities, look, your responsibilities never get lesser. They always get more. Yeah. And like you mentioned, he's got a good staff underneath and all that, but still, that's I don't, like, when he got hired, I don't think he was hired as a general manager, was he?
No. He was in charge of recruiting.
Right, yeah.
He was big into recruiting, which after that, he's done a really good job, like I say, putting together an amazing recruiter staff. Yeah. So much that people are coming to take them from the program and making them become the main director of recruiting in other schools and things like that. So he does a really good job of grooming people up under him and teaching them the ropes. And they're leaving the program and getting bigger roles and doing well there too.
He, like I said, it's a multi-year contract according to 11 Warriors, and it was Andy Anders that put this out. But multi-year contract for him. The full details are not revealed yet. And Ryan Day, back on February 7th, said, I have to recognize Mark Pantoni and the work he does. He's really adapted. His job has changed so much in the past couple of years. He's killing it right now. He and his staff deserve a huge shout out here because of some of the work that's been done over the past couple of months. And, the role he played in helping to re-recruit and keep these guys in. I mean, Day obviously plays a huge role in some of the position coaches, but Pantoni's also right there in the dirt with them trying to get guys to stick around.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, that to me is probably the hardest part. Like, things will ramp up after spring ball because now players are going to have to make those decisions. And Pantoni is in charge of all of that. Obviously the players or the coaches is going to talk to the players and tell them what they think. But ultimately, it's up to Pantoni on whether or not these guys should stay or go. You know, some of these guys, you got to think beyond just the starting 22 guys. You got to think about depth pieces because 16 games, injuries happen. Now, your third string guy, even though he's third string, he could become an essential part to us winning games. So
you can't Jones, Cardale, right?
You can't afford to let this guy leave. So now it's about trying to probably figure out, can we compensate him properly to make them want to stay? And it's just a lot of things that go into it. And Pantoni, like I said, he does a great job of keeping the people that matters here.
Rusty says Tyvus is going to spend a lot of time in HR now that he can use the company computer.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think we all know what it means. Lavelle says Unc doesn't know how to use a computer, and Tito does. What is this?
First of all, I'm 31 years old. I haven't hit the Unc status yet.
I'm just saying that's what Lavelle said. He called you Unc on that.
You got to be 35 to get uncle status, so I ain't there quite yet. And I know how to use the computer. I can't type in the chat right now. That's what the problem is.
Get the whiteout off your screen too, by the way. Coming up next, now former but forever Buckeye states his case to NFL teams. We'll do that next. Buckeye Show right here on The Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Skyline nachos are back, and now there's a spicy version. Get them with Skyline's cheddar or habanero cheese, topped with fiery jalapeno slices. But hurry, Skyline's regular and new spicy nachos are only at participating restaurants for a limited time.
This is big. Rent-A-Center's biggest discount is on. From April 6th to April 12th, take 50% off the total cost to own on all items in-store or online. Only at Rent-A-Center. 50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into April 6, 2025 through April 12, 2025. Participating locations only.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
Fish has been named the third best sports program director in the country. The two dudes who finished ahead of him are dead. So we're declaring him the winner. But you're listening to the home of champions, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Increasing clouds, breezy but seasonal on this Thursday, and just the risk of a shower this evening. Temperatures around 60. Overnight down to the upper 30s. Mostly cloudy skies and light northerly winds. A little chilly on Friday. We'll see mostly cloudy skies and brisk finish with highs near 50 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Scarlet and Gray 24/7. Or however long the show is tonight. You're listening to the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
As Tito is trying to help me with the chat over here. He can't figure it out either, so I want everybody to know why everybody giving him all his props. He's struggling to get it as well.
By the way, Tyvis over there, I don't even want to tell you what I saw on the other two tabs.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even going to reveal it. Maybe I'll put it in the chat. I'll tell you what he saw, what he was looking at, and why he couldn't get logged in there. Okay, so.
See, look, it popped up. Let me see. Hold on.
Look,
you did something.
He does solve problems. Do you think Tim had it in mind when he asked me to do the Buckeye Show? We just do nothing but talk about you logging into the computer? There you go. Tyvis, you're in there now. All right. Nice job. Now you guys can, maybe Tyvis tell you the links he was looking at. So, Will Howard had an interview with Elizabeth Merrill on ESPN. And he said he thinks he is the best quarterback in the draft.
Yes.
He believed that, and he said he kind of has to believe that because he said, I believe the best quarterback in this class. I think there's unbelievable talent, but if you're going to be a competitor at the end of the day, you have to have that belief in yourself. I think that's what helps me get through those adverse times. He had a rough combine. It wasn't as rough.
Why? Because he missed some throws?
No, I'm saying I don't think he had a particularly bad combine. I'm just saying that, and he said he didn't think it was that bad until his girlfriend texted him about it. And then he saw, there was a story, I believe it was in Canada on the newspaper there, something about him, what a terrible combine he had, like one of the worst ones ever with the throws he was making. It wasn't that bad. It obviously was not that bad. People overreacted to it. But it would not surprise me if he's the best quarterback in this draft.
No, I mean, well, when you look at this draft, obviously there's so many different variables, like so much. You got so many guys saying that this quarterback class is weak. Some people say Cam Ward is the only guy. So I think if you're going off of that right there, let's say that Cam Ward is the best quarterback. That number 2 spot is the biggest question mark in this whole draft.
Sure.
Everybody outside of Cam Ward, and even Cam Ward, got work to do before they are considered a franchise quarterback. And to me, it's about the situation that you fall in. If Will Howard finds himself in the right situation with the right quarterback coach and gives him the right information and he's able to continue to grow, he absolutely could be one or two best quarterbacks out of this draft class. And the funny thing is when you go through the combine, that's like the number one question. Are you the best? Are you the best at this? Are you the best safety in this class? Are you the best quarterback in this class? If you say no, then they're not going to draft you because that means you don't have confidence in yourself. So everybody that's going to get asked that question is going to say, yes, I believe I'm the best, blah, blah, blah in this draft. And that's exactly what they should say.
Yeah, because you guys questions like at a pro day or something, you got to sound confident.
How do you think you displayed your hands today?
I ain't drop a ball. I started to go out there and one-handed because I know people be trying to play me sometimes. So, I just want to go out there and catch everything in sight. Didn't drop no money today.
So, yeah, you must sound confident, right?
That's hey, listen, I really wish I would have one-handed some of them catches.
That would have been great.
You probably would have. I would have went from undrafted to at least 7th round.
Yes, you would. You're absolutely right about that.
You think everybody is big on Travis Hunter? They didn't see me, Tito.
Maybe if Travis Hunter's 31, he'll sit next to me also on a half-hour Buckeye show on a Thursday.
I hope that's not the case. At 31, he better still be playing.
Will Howard, though, like for me, I'm not sold on Cam Ward either. Okay, I understand if you're making first pick of the draft. I get it. I'm not sold on Sanders. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're sure things. I don't think there's a sure thing in this draft.
No.
But
Cam Ward is the closest one because of the arm talent.
In the 1983 draft, there were 6 quarterbacks selected. Dan Marino was the last of the 6. He was picked 26th, I think, or maybe 28th. Last pick, the first round. By the Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. Already a damn good team, a really good Hall of Fame coach in Don Shula, and it was the perfect situation for him.
Yes.
Will Howard, I'm not saying he'll be Dan Marino, but it could do wonders for him if he would go to a situation like that. Mm-hmm. With a stable organization, not the Browns.
No.
Not the Bengals.
No.
Nothing like that.
I think the perfect situation for him, like for him to, if we want to see Will Howard play, like I think the best situation for him is to go to Minnesota.
To play right away, yeah.
Because I feel like, one, I know JJ was their number 1 pick, but we haven't seen JJ. So right now, it's an open thing. If he go in there, and then on top of that, I love Kevin O'Connell as a quarterback coach and as a mentor. Like the way he just works with young quarterbacks and help them see the game.
Right.
Like I think that would be a perfect place for him. Then you talk about the weapons. It would be similar to Dan Marino. You got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison,
right.
If he can stay out of trouble, and,
right.
and TJ Hawkinson as a tight end. Like that'll be perfect for you. And then obviously if they get the run game with Aaron Jones and all of those things, he'll have a decent, it won't put a ton of pressure on him, if you got a good run game as well.
It would not hurt my feelings if he went to the Rams.
No, the Rams would be good. If he went to the 49ers.
That's another one.
Any of these coaches that run that under center, that run that West Coast style, that has done a great job of developing, you talk about just offensive-minded coaches. Mm-hmm. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Kevin O'Connell. Yep. Those guys are like offensive geniuses. Andy Reid, like those guys – like make the games easy, like you can see the game easier. I think Sam Darnold said his best thing that happened to him was when he went to San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, because Kyle Shanahan taught him things that he never saw. And that's what allowed him to go on and have a better year when he's with the Vikings, because Kevin O'Connell just built off of that. I would like Will Howard to be in a situation like that. I don't want him to go to an unstable thing where this coach might get fired. Like, I wouldn't want him to go to Tennessee.
No
knock on Tennessee. I wouldn't want him to go to Tennessee.
Don't say no knock on Tennessee. You're not back in the league. You don't have to worry about ruffling feathers now. It sounds like you're trying to just be nice to say, but in case Tennessee might call you.
No, Tennessee just got things to figure out. They got a lot of things to figure out, and I wouldn't want to put that on his shoulders.
Sage brought up a good one in the chat. Pittsburgh, that'd be a good spot for him too.
It's a great spot for him.
You're competing with Mason Rudolph over there.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
We probably see him at some point this season.
By the way, when dealing with the issue of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for a specific medical situation. Every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. It's almost a given that better medical practice generally leads to better outcomes for patients. If you suffer from erectile dysfunction, you certainly want a good outcome. Tri-State Men's Health Practices, Better Medicine. They're the leader in treating men's sexual health issues in the tri-state area. They have treatments with success well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Don't tell them Tim sent you because that could be weird. Anyway, yeah, this draft, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go, where Will Howard goes. And I'm trying to see where, the running backs go. I want to see that as well. I'm curious to see. There's some good spots for them.
I want to see where Mech goes, man. Mech to me is, if he goes to the right situation, and, I'm seeing some of these mock drafts to where he's going later, so he's going with better teams.
Yep.
Like you put him with Philadelphia.
Quarterback, yes.
You put him with Philadelphia. You put him with the Chiefs or something like that. He really could. It would probably be the best thing that could happen to him. I know guys want to go early as they possibly can.
Right.
But if you're not going to go top 10, you might as well think, all right, let me go to the best situation. Now, don't get me wrong. The money changes. You're talking $25 million at the number 1 pick, down to the 32nd pick. You're probably looking at 10?
It's a big drop there. Yes.
So I get it from that standpoint, but you want to think about longevity. You want to play for your second contract. What's the point of him going to Tennessee?
Right.
If after 3 years he gets no production because they never got a quarterback. But if he goes to Kansas City and he has a great career, he'll make it to that second contract and he'll make a ton of money.
Yeah.
So
I could see a team like Miami trying to get him.
Yeah,
they probably draft too early for him, though.
Tyreek stuff.
All the Tyreek stuff,
they might be looking for.
He might be somebody there. Yes, the Tyreek stuff that's come out, and the fact he's at one point wanted to trade. But yeah, it'll basically for the running backs for me. I hope they go to a situation where they can be a number 1 back right away. I think like the Cowboys would be good for one of the running backs. And the Cowboys always love taking Ohio State players anyway.
Zeke did. She pretty much changed the franchise.
He did. Yeah. He put them on the right trajectory. But I want to see. Them go to someplace, and I'll say Pittsburgh again. I could see Denver grabbing, one of them.
Yeah.
They definitely do that as well.
If they be there, the thing about this running back class is those two, it's such a deep running back class, and I think once one goes, which Genty's going to go in the first round, that second round, with what Derrick Henry did and what Saquon did, and how, you see the Bijans, you see Jahmyr Gibbs, you see all those guys and how the impact that they've had for teams. Running backs become a new hot commodity again. But the thing about running back is you can't, and I don't want to disrespect running backs. This is not a disrespectful statement that I'm about to say.
Here we go.
But the running back can't be the focal point. You can't build your team around the running back.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you have to have the quarterback, you have to have the receivers, and the running back is actually the final piece. If we get this running back, now we're unstoppable.
Yep. Well said, Tyvis. We're getting out of here in just a second. The Jackets coming up next. But if you want to, you can stay in the chat and keep chatting with people. They'd probably appreciate that to make up for lost time. So you want to do that, stick around for that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for the chat. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Tyvis. Jackets time next.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Four-Mother, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostatefourmiler.com. Go Bucks!
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Experience Buckeye Game Day like never before. Welcome to the 1922 Club, the most exclusive space inside Ohio Stadium, where luxury meets tradition in the heart of Buckeye Nation. Enjoy upscale food and beverages and a game day atmosphere like no other. Create lasting memories with friends and mingling with other Buckeye fans, and celebrate every OHIO in ultimate comfort. Become a member of the 1922 Club today. Memberships are limited. Visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
Hey, Ohio State fan, Are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grill Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Ohio State National Champions. Celebrate the 9th National Championship in Ohio State history with an heirloom quality timepiece handcrafted by Oxia Time. Available in a broad range of styles and prices to appeal to that true Buckeye fan. If you want something extra special, check out the limited edition Ryan Day autographed box sets. These exclusive box sets won't be available long. Act fast and get yours before they are gone for good. All watches tell time. These tell the time of your life. Order yours today at AXIAtime.com.
Add some spice to your pizza night with Donato's new Smoky Hot Honey Pizza and Smoky Hot Honey Chicken Sub. Bringing hardwood smoked bacon, wood-fired chipotle seasoning, and Mike's Hot Honey together for savory, smoky, sweet heat perfection. Now get $4 off a large Smoky Hot Honey Pizza using promo code SMOKY. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Everybody poops. Everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Formather, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostateformather.com. Go Bucks!
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.